How did problems in agriculture affect the Soviet Union's economy? Have you ever wondered how agriculture can shape an entire nation's economy? In the case of the Soviet Union, agricultural issues played a significant role in its economic struggles. The Soviet agricultural system was built around large collective and state farms. This approach aimed to centralize control and increase production. However, it often resulted in inefficiency and low productivity. Workers on these farms had little personal motivation to excel. Their rewards were not linked to their efforts, which led to a lack of innovation. One major policy that impacted agriculture was forced collectivization, introduced in the late 1920s and early 1930s. This policy involved taking land from individual farmers and merging it into large collective farms. Many farmers resisted this change, sometimes destroying their crops and livestock instead of surrendering them. This resistance caused a sharp decline in agricultural output and led to a devastating famine that claimed millions of lives. The loss of livestock and disruption of farming practices had long-lasting effects, making recovery difficult. The Soviet government prioritized heavy industry over agriculture, directing resources away from farming. This meant agriculture received inadequate investment in machinery, fertilizer, and technology. As a result, farming methods remained outdated, and crop yields were often low. The lack of modern equipment and poor maintenance further slowed growth in agricultural output, especially for livestock and animal feed. With low productivity in agriculture, the Soviet Union struggled to feed its population. This situation forced the country to import grain and other food products, putting pressure on foreign currency reserves. The agricultural workforce was inefficiently employed, earning low wages and contributing little to overall economic growth. Socially and politically, these agricultural problems created alienation and resentment among peasants and farm workers. They felt undervalued and controlled by distant bureaucrats. Efforts to boost productivity, like the Stakhanovite movement, were often viewed as unfair. This movement rewarded only a small number of workers, creating divisions among the workforce. From a communist viewpoint, these issues could be seen as failures in policy implementation rather than flaws in the system itself. However, the ongoing difficulties in Soviet agriculture, like low productivity and inefficiency, are recognized as key factors in the broader economic stagnation and eventual decline of the Soviet Union. The inability to address these agricultural problems weakened the country's economic foundation and undermined confidence in the system.